And we're back with another episode of Let's Play Car Mechanics Simulator 2021. I'm your host, the RPG Guy, and we got ourselves an electric car. That's right, we got to work on this Jaguar E-Type DLC from 1961. Let's go ahead and first of all give her a good old car wash, replace the exterior, you know, the usual suspects of things that we kind of need to do. Just because we want to get this guy knocked out quick, fast, and in a hurry. Because like I said, I think after restoring this, we're going to have to start doing some work on making some money. And making money, because I think we're going to, like I said, we're going to start running out of cash. And really the best way for us to replenish our cash is to build cars and sell them. But I am creating a collection of cars, as many of you know. And in the act of, restoring cars and collecting their pieces and all of that hubbubaloo, I want to make sure that we are doing it in a way that's advantageous to us to collect. I don't want to build a car, show it off, and then sell it, and then hope for the collection we bump into another one. So it's just one of those things. And it kind of is that anyway, regardless of how I feel. It's kind of that anyway, but I'm just saying I'd rather know what I have. And then if I see anything really good that I want to hold on to that seems rare, we just won't build it to sell it. Or if I bump into an engine that or a car we tend to see a lot, I'm going to go ahead and repair that, sell that, but keep, the other stuff going. Because it's going to be quite a task to get what we want. So I'm sure. So, yeah. That's all I can really say, because it's going to be, tricky to probably get everything that we're technically looking for in a nice orderly fashion. As we go ahead and we put in these seats here, and then let's go ahead and see what kind of body parts we can repair. Though I do worry about trying to repair the body parts, because sometimes they just don't really matter. Okay, we fixed that. Okay. Any Jaguars? No. So pretty much all the body work we can do is going to be here. So we just fixed the bumper, but nothing else got fixed. So we got to kind of fix everything else. That's the rear bumper. I knew a person that owned a Jag. I knew a lady who only bought Jaguars because she, I think, worked for the dealer or something. Or she knew somebody who worked for the dealer. And she would get, like, the best deals on cars from them. It ended up being she'd get a Jag, and it would be the same cost of her to get the Jag as it would be like a lesser or a more standard car, rather. I wouldn't say lesser. I've never been a fan of Jaguars, and I hear they're always really hard to repair because it's hard to find parts for them. And just looking at that engine is kind of proving that to be a point. Make this a California car. Just because I know somebody who owned a Jag. And who owned several Jags, actually. She would own many different Jags over the years. And again, it's not a matter of how I feel about it. It's just something I've noticed. And I do like how that hood just comes up and you can reach the entire engine of the car. So part of me is kind of like, well, maintenance shouldn't be a problem. Because clearly they've got that covered with this car. Okay, we got an issue there. I don't know if we got both of these, but we're going to. Ooh, we're missing lots of calipers. Even any there's no calipers at all on this car. Okay, let's go into the shop here and buy some calipers, and more specifically, these pieces that go with those calipers. Okay, let's disassemble, but let's do this a little bit at a time here, because clearly there's a lot missing. And we got to be careful with how we do a lot of this. Okay. First foremost, 1, 2. 2, 1, 2. Don't know what else we gotta fix from this, so we know, or what will be fixed. We know, though. I think it's missing a drive shaft, too. Let's grab that while we're here. We don't know if this is salvageable. These are so hard to tell from view. Okay, clearly we'll need one. Don't know about that one. Now that's a brake disc. So we should be able to do 4 of those. So you can see the more modern brake disc is versus a brake drum on a car of that age. I think one of those, the one on the other side was bad. I'm actually trying to preemptively figure out what's bad. We shall see. That's bad. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I shouldn't be preemptiving when I don't really know. Let's go to here. Okay, the Jag gearbox is in here, which will mean we don't know actually what other parts, because the Jaguar is going to be one of those, could be one of those funky sets of pieces here. I don't want to know. I don't want to do it until I know for sure. Okay, all of that's relatively the same. And then really, yeah, we still haven't found this, but it clearly goes to some car that's a V10. So I guess when we see a V10 car, we'll know that's what we need for it. Don't know what kind of starter it is. I decided to disassemble this too quickly, so we'll have to deal with that when we deal with the engine. Get that off. That 2, 4, 6. So that's 12. I think it's a total of about 14 pieces. You might notice why, yeah, I'm still not sure about that, the electrical and all that other crap, so it makes sense for us to just do that later. The under the hood stuff, because clearly the hood just comes freaking off the car. So we'll deal with that shortly. I'd just rather do the undercarriage and be done with it so we know what we need. There's going to be clearly a lot of extra parts we got to buy. So I'm almost wishing I didn't preemptively put 2 stuff on there. Now knowing what I know. Let's fix as much of this garbage as we can, and then we gotta buy, we do have to do the shock absorbers front. Where is it? Front shock absorbers. No. No, we need that. No, we need that. Where did I put? We need the spray at 2 of those. Let's just buy some of this now so I don't get it mixed up later. Okay, 2 of those with the springs. I did not put the springs in there, it would seem. Nope. And let's just put these together and disassemble and reassemble really quickly. Have I even done the tires? What am I doing? Oh, there are no tires on the car. That's why we can't do it. So we may as well just do what we're doing right now, I guess. Because we just don't really know what the hell we got to do here. I don't want to be too... I'm a little hesitant to just repair every part. Because some of it looked really in bad shape and some of the other stuff didn't. And I just want to see what's what here. Lost that. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure we haven't made any tires, done any tires, so... Shit. There we go. Here comes an important piece. Okay. I think, pretty sure we bought brake pads. Fuel tank. Mufflers we'll come back to, and exhaust sections. Drive shaft. Pretty sure one of those was not up there at least. Okay, we don't really know about the rest of it. Oh, I guess I did have the front spring in there. Front shock. Yeah, okay, I did have it, but I just wasn't paying attention. Alright. You know what? Let's just get rid of all of it, because I don't really remember what made it and what didn't. Sure how I could put that there. Oh, I do have the one piece in there. Okay. I was gonna say. Alright. So we're mostly back in action here. But both those. Enough of those. Okay, so far so good. Okay, we need one of those. I was kind of think I was right. I have a strong feeling that I was right. Even more so after seeing that. We don't even know what the rim is. So we'll come to that later. If we did the tires, I zoned out through the whole act of doing them. I did not do the plates. Okay, we did need to buy one. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we don't have that. Alright. Yeah, we'll deal with that shortly, guys. I think the easiest thing to do is to really just we'll finish the bottom of what we can get done, which is here. And then from there what we're gonna do is we're going to then get the tires sorted out. That's my suggestion. Okay. Ooh, did not. Okay. Must have order. Okay, again, no tires. Feel so kind of naked without being able to put the tires on, because we just don't have them ready. It would almost seem you have to work from the inside of the suspension out. It's like you couldn't really put this, I don't think, this knuckle out just out there without it being hooked to the top or bottom of these arms, I'm assuming. And so some of the order of how you would probably put these pieces on is probably not right either. The more I thought about it, the more it seemed obvious that there wasn't much correct about the order in which we're putting parts on, to a degree. Not speaking in an absolute. There's certain things that clearly could not go on without it being supported by another structure. That's clearly not there. Okay, now we really do have to deal with the tires. Alright. So what do we got here? We got rim E-types, and it looks like the factory size is 15 inches, 205/70. So first thing we need to do is go into rims and put in E-type. Alright, and it said they were 15 inches, so 4 of these at 15 inches. And then the tires, we could just do something standard. I don't want to do anything fancy. God damn it. Tires. Alright. So now what are the tires here? 205/70. So we're talking 205/70. 205/70. I need 4 of these. Alright, now we can build these tires. Did I not buy enough fucking rims? I could have sworn. The hell did I just put together? We gotta sell off our crap here, but I do want to know how much we're spending on this car before we do that. Okay. There's the proper tires. Because, yeah, I have a feeling, guys, we're going to have to start working on cars to sell. Which is not a problem. It's just something that clearly we're going to have to do if we want to restore more cars. Okay, that's the last tire that goes in there. We'll make sure. Come on. Yeah, it is. I'm not even sure how the fuck that happened. Somehow I had bought an extra rim or something? Possible. Wouldn't run it past me to have done something that stupid. Oops. Alright, this undercarriage didn't seem to take that long at all. Actually, it took more about the regular time that it usually takes, to be fair. Okay, we're done with most of the undercarriage. There's a few things we know we can't do. Now, we're not out of the woods yet here, as this car's layout is just insanely weird. We're going to need a radiator, battery, brake servo, windshield washer thingy. We're going to need a fuse box B. Don't know if we need the rest of that, so let's pull it out. It's pretty bad. I doubt we're going to be able to fix that, so I think I actually have a spare on me, don't I? No, that's the other type. We're going to buy it anyway, because I don't think we have it. And since we don't have it, may as well get the electrical stuff that we need to get bought now. Get this out of the way. And really, we could just put everything in this car, as far as I'm concerned, that we know about. Radiator C, brake servo. We might have been able to fix this, but I just don't really want to wait to see. And the only reason being because I know this engine's going to be a bastard. I can already tell based on the weird shape of it. Who knows, maybe I'm overreacting and maybe it won't be that bad, but a part of me is like, I don't think so. I think you're going to have yourself some fun. Anybody who's watched the Predator movie, I'm going to have me some fun. I'm going to have me some fun. Alright, okay. Look at how weird this is. Okay, yeah, this is going to be a bastard. Alright, I don't want to put coolant or anything in the car because we're taking the engine out. So this one we hopefully do not have an engine removal problem here. Because, yeah, it's all over the place. Though it looks like a lot of it is intact. But who knows? It's hard to say. Get that out. Don't know about that. Okay, we got an ignition distributor issue. Let's take a look here. 16. Okay, so it's a 16. We'll need a water pump, alternator, air cover thingy, that. B clips. Shit. Is that one piece? It says it's one piece, but I don't trust it. We'll need one of those. Two of those. Those. 2, 4, 5, 6. How many of these are we talking about? 1, 2, 3, 4 along the thing there, so yeah, we'll have to see what we can fix here and then sort the rest of this out. Let's go to ignition really quick. Because we have a 16 cap. I believe this is a regular. It was a regular with the rotor. So we can take this out. We don't really care about repairing that. We can take this off. We know what it is. We know what it be. Obviously, we're going to get alternators and power steering that is different. Did I actually grab it, though? I actually don't see the power steering. Let's take a look. Let's grab this. Got the distributor cap. Can't get the water pump. Alternator. Cover. Exhaust manifolds. It's one piece. Spark plugs. 6 that I can count. Camshaft. No. And I don't know on the caps. Let's go over here. Water pump. Air filter cover. A. Oil filter. Crankshaft pulley. Cam gear. 2 of those. And the timing chain B. And no upgraded camshaft on this one. 8 of those. So that gets us pretty started here. So we can repair this. If it's repairable, of course. Where's the engine head? We don't know about that yet. Let's... The engine head is clearly there. Alright, let's take a look into here now. So we have a second chain. We gotta take off the carburetor, whether I want to or not. We gotta take it off. Whether I want to do it right now or not, it's not an option. This giant fucking carburetor. Best way to do it is just like that. Okay, we can't even dick around with that till we work down here, I think. Or where? Okay. So you're saying I could take this off, or I could take this other shit off. Okay. That's a bastard. In real life, that would be a fucking bitch. How do we do this? Okay, that goes off. Clearly need that. Okay. There's another thing here. Hold on. Something's holding this down, and I can't quite see. Ah! That sprocket's gotta come off. Now we can get that out. I don't know if I added that or not, so we'll grab it now. What a bastard! I don't know now. I think I bought an extra one of those, but I don't really know because it's such a fucking bastard. It's clearly this bracket is in the worst spot humanly possible. Okay. So yeah, this car's taking a bit longer than some of the others. Just on principle. So it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's get some rings. I think they're regular ones. Alright, what's going on down here? You know we need one. And I do see that I'm missing that. Alright, hopefully the brackets are fixable because fuck seeing those things underneath all that engine apparatus. Because that's a bastard. And yeah, no camshaft upgrades, it didn't seem, in like, anyway. Not as many repaired parts as I thought we would get. It is what it is. At least we got that engine block, so that's what's the most important thing. We're going to have to replace that. Got that. How many was it? 6. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need one more. 3 out of what looks like 5. 2, 3. God damn it. Get rid of it. There we go. Like pressing the button, but I'm moving faster than the game can respond. And I know it's that because I was pressing the button. Pretty sure. Big hoss of an engine here. As far as its size goes, especially for a V6. But remember, they couldn't probably do compact engines, V6 engines in the day side by side. So when you really think about it, this might be in the 60s one of the earliest V6s we see. Some taking place somewhere in the 50s or 60s. I don't know my car history too well, so I mean most of the time it's just going to be me guessing. But it would seem like that might be accurate. Nice engine head cover. Let's put in our spark plugs. Okie dokie. Strangely enough, I ended up with 3 of these. I must have bought one, found one somewhere. I probably bought it on accident, to be honest with you guys. I'm overthinking this. Clearly, I bought it on accident. Okay. We didn't have this. Trying to figure out how that closed off. There we go. Okay, how many clips though? Is it 2 or 3? Okay. And now we know. Where were we? Good that that got fixed. Okay, and there's something goofy there. It is. Timing sprocket goofiness. You'd have to somehow know it's there. The water pump. We don't have that right yet. Wanted to make sure we didn't have that before accidentally buying something we didn't need. Strangely enough, this is a very linear build. It's not like we're moving around the car a lot. To a degree? To a degree. We did not just finish this car. Where's the cover for this? Oh shit. Did we not get you, little guy? No, I know better than that. Come on, you. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm struggling to see what we gotta put back. Clearly something's missing here. Oh. There it is. Little fucker. This is the shit I'm talking about with this Jaguar. Look at this. Look at that. Now we can put the goddamn cover on. Fucking dicks. Let's put a little piece of thing that nobody would know is there. Alright, I think we've done it here. Check by looking everywhere. It looks like we did it. Now, I do question that, because we didn't look to buy it. We don't have to... Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure there's got to be a carburetor upgrade, so we got to do a little bit of extra work here, but not much. A part of me is like, this is a giant carburetor, right? So clearly there's got to be something more to this. Let's check the air cover filter. Okay, no, that's still the same. Okay, so that comes off. Oh, god damn it, so many screws. There's gonna be a lot of them, too. See, I'm making sure we repaired that. That's why we were able to put it on without any, like, second thought. Okay. That is a bit more. I'm sitting here going, this doesn't make sense. Why is that carburetor not a better carburetor? Be one of the only a handful of times I could think of where we could upgrade the carburetor. I mean, this is I would have made a bigger deal about that. Oops, hold on. All right, let's take a look here. Looks like all that's good. At this point, it's just filling all the fluids up. And somehow trying to see if there's any way to see around this fucking car to where those receptacles are. And we know that there's a starter and all that that's got to go in the car too. We'll get to that. Again, a car taking a little longer than we thought, just solely because it's a more intricate vehicle. And definitely when we want to make sure our collection gets. Engine fluid. And what else am I missing? Coolant, I know. I guess it's just the coolant now. No power steering on this car. Get fucked. Unless I didn't put it in here. Which is plausible, and I better check. This car probably would have existed before power steering, too, to be fair. What? Oh yeah, there's that. Okay. Yeah, it looks like the front of the car is pretty much done. Let's go ahead and do the transmission and be done. Gearbox, rather. And the starter. Might have to go back to the engine again, but we'll see. Okay, we now have ourselves a should be fully repaired vehicle. Mechanically and electrically. Let's go ahead and take her to the test path. Get all that alignment done. Ah, goddamn it. Really? You're not gonna let me jump that? It's good. Get it painted. You know what I don't think I did is I don't think I did a specific test, guys. And I think I gotta go back and do it with the electric car. I don't think I did a dyno test on our electric car. Alright, we'll do that after we do it with this car and our speed test. We'll let this episode go a little longer. Just to be safe. Because I swore I did it, but a part of me's like, I don't think you did it, bro. I think you just want to get the fucking car out of your shop. Which is partially true, too. Let's go to the dyno. Clip. Ah, you bastard. That's okay. It's not a big deal. Question you have to ask yourself, is really the lid of this going to fall off while you're doing this kind of test? So there is a good amount of upgraded parts. There's just the two camshafts that we can't upgrade. Interesting. So pretty decent set of upgrades there for what we had to upgrade. That's interesting to know. Let's go ahead and take it back here. Really quick. Where is that atom? There it is. Let's move it to the garage really quick. We have a spot for it. And let's dyno this guy just because I know I forgot. I'm pretty sure I forgot. And I'm not going to go back into the footage, double check like I properly should do, and then try to remember the next episode to do it. It's easier to just do it right now. We have a little bit of extra time. We gotta test the speed of that Jag and the performance. And look at these numbers, that's so weird. So 57% up on top, but the NM, which I don't even know how you would measure that. Yeah, I'm glad I actually checked it. So, interesting. Very, very interesting. Send it back to parking. And then we have the walk of shame back to the garage here. Point and laugh. Walk of shame! And then let's go ahead and test this Jag, shall we? Let's do our speed test. With the Jaguar. And then we'll be able to put this in the shop. Now with that said, we put these three guys back in. I'm probably going to reorganize the entire garage. So that way all the cars that we've already purchased, planned on working on, don't get rebuilt and sold. Again, it's not something I'm worried about, but it's something that is there. So this sucker tops out at, looks like 169. So this car definitely doesn't go very fast compared to a lot of the others. I have a feeling they weren't expecting us to drive the Jag. Interesting. Well, what can I say? It's just not that fast. It's not a big deal. I mean, come on. Anywho. We'll make sure it's complete, too, before I say that. But I'm pretty sure it should be. Yeah, they wouldn't have really let us take it out if it wasn't. What is the value of this car? Still up in the 97,000, so 88 grand. So definitely the condition bonus is big. The performance parts, it helps. So it's definitely another car that can be rebuilt to be good. As far as making it to resell it, because 88 grand is a lot. So with that said, this is a good place for us to stop right now. I'm going to reorganize the garages a bit and see if I can kind of make sure that the cars we start to work on and I start to work on going forward end up in the final lot. We're also probably going to have to buy more parking. There's just no way around it. At 100 grand. Well, hold on. We have lot 4, which is completely empty. So theoretically, we should be fine. We have room for 2 finished cars here. Then we'll have 2 cars up top. So easily enough to organize this, I could just go ahead and bring 2 of these 2 completed cars in right here. So let's bring them in, and then let's just put them back, right? Because they'll end up in alley 3. Oh, wait a minute. This has not been worked on. Okay, hold on. So let's put this back into parking. Okay, this changes everything, does it not? Well, it helps us in our own way for organizing what we got to organize here. So let's move this to the garage. And then again, we're going to move it back into parking. Unless it's also not done, then we're in a weirder spot. Back into parking. And then last but not least, so all of these should be done. Every single car in here, alley 2 and 1 should be done. I'm like 99.99999% sure of that. This guy, let's move to garage. And it'll be at the top of this list. So let's move it. Yeah, it's done. So let's move it back to parking. Now, with that said, let's move these suckers back into parking as well. And then we'll see the last car that goes in there is clearly a car we plan to rebuild. So let's move that to parking. And it actually helps if I make it a stupid looking car. which the Emden is kind of a derpy looking car, which is right here. So this Emden, I believe, is going to be in the parking here. Why am I not getting the ability to move this? There we go. I had the ability, I wasn't paying attention right. Okay, so that's all in parking. Let's take a look at our parking. So we have room for, and the Emden Jaeger is the only car that we have, the lowest car. So everything Emden Jaeger and above, we don't want to sell or replace. We don't want to repair and sell. Everything below it will be what I work on to make back some money, because we need to buy another alley anyway. That's going to be $100,000 right out the door, plus the cost, the 500 so grand we need to start working on more cars. So we'll get that all squared away quick, fast, and in a hurry. At least for you guys. For me, it's going to take me about a couple hours to knock out that, to get us that far. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/ActorStudios for more live gaming action. And we will see you guys next time. You know what the game plan is. We'll see you guys next time.